All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We are about 1 month away from the return of Power Pro Lucha to the Arlen Specter US Squash Center. And that means we're on the road to Angel of Chaos. I'm King Ralph alongside my guest wrestling analyst for the evening, wrestling journalist, broadcaster extraordinaire, and infield correspondent for the Opinion City podcast. It's Ben F. Silverio. Ben, how are you this
Hey,
evening?
how are you, sir? Doing great.
Fantastic, man. It's I'm excited. We're about a month away, and we have got an absolutely stacked card to talk about for Angel of Chaos. It's like every match has such implications to it, leading into Attack on Trios, which we'll also talk about a little later. But I mean, if you don't have your tickets yet, I don't know what you're doing, because this card seriously is just stacked from top to bottom.
Absolutely. The front row's already sold out. Rows 2 to 5 moving quickly. You do not want to miss this card. It's insane.
It is insane. It's tickets have been going very quickly because, again, these matches, these are not things you're going to want to miss. And in addition to the ticket sales for Angel of Chaos, we have an update on ticket sales on Attack on Trios as well. There are less than 8 seats for each night. They are 8 seats away from selling out each night. So, guys, if you haven't got your tickets for Attack on Trios yet, I mean, seriously, what are you doing? Because, again, an expanded field this year. We're going all 3 days. We're going a full 16 teams. Like, this is I think where they wanted to go when they brought back the idea of the Trios tournament last year. And it's going to be a massive Attack on Trios as well this year. So, I mean, 2 gigantic shows back to back.
Yeah, and there are certain indie shows that you really want to make your way over to wherever they are, and you have to be there. I mean, like, Battle of Los Angeles was one of those shows that you had to come into town for that. There's whenever GCW is in Atlantic City, definitely make your way out to that. And with Power Pro Lucha, Trios is the show. This is their WrestleMania, and it's gonna go big. And if the road to Trios this year is any indication, they're going bigger and better than ever.
Indeed, they are, and we'll get into some more Trios information later. But as we've been teasing, we have a huge announcement tonight, so stick around. We will be making our announcement later on, and as we hinted on social media and our official website, OpinionCityPodcast.com, this announcement has to do with not only Trios but PowerCon. So
Yes.
Definitely stick around for that.
Ralph,
all right.
I know my way around a convention.
Indeed, yes, and it's so exciting that they are bringing back the idea of the fan convention again in coordination with King of Trios, because, well, I mean, it's like tradition. So it is amazing. We have we already have a guess in the comments about what the big announcement could be, and I have to throw this on the screen. Is the big news that Young Jay Lee is bringing free ice cream for anyone wearing a F.I.S.T t-shirt? I don't know. I mean, it could be. I mean, it could be anything at this point, but I highly doubt that is what we're talking about. All right. Well, let's get things rolling here. Let's get into our first match, and that is... we're going to talk about... there we go. It is a grudge match between Fenris and the Big Calyx, which, I mean, this is something that we've been waiting for some time now. It's going to be a huge match. We are having technical difficulties at the moment, so we are going to try and rectify these temporary issues. All right. Well, in any instance, let's talk about it. It's Fenris versus Big Calyx. As I said, we've been waiting for this one for some time now, since they tagged together last year and lost their tag match, and now obviously forced to tag together by the Power Broker. And now here we are. It has taken Calyx. This will be his fourth show now that he's wrestling, trying to get to this match, and now finally receiving this match.
Yeah, Calix has overcome some massive obstacles to get to this match. I mean, Bear Bronson, like TNA tag team champion, deathmatch favorite of late. Like Bear
Absolutely.
Bronson is no slouch, and Big Calix took him to the limit. And then there was the menagerie of opponents. These big bad dudes. Oh my god.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you have not seen that four-way, that is literally one of the most, I mean, I could put that up there for match of the year, because that was just, we saw big men doing things that you didn't know big men could do. I'm not sure they knew they could do it, but it was impressive.
Absolutely. Definitely recommend going and checking that one out on IWTV. God,
Indeed.
that's probably worth a month of subscription on its own.
Absolutely, 100%. And then, of course, his big win over, of all people, Max Smashmaster, coming from out of nowhere, showing up and stepping in to try and stop Big Calyx from getting to Fenris, but unable to do so. And it's this has been like Big Calyx focus almost since he made his appearance in Power Pro Lucha, coming into the Power Broker and Fenris have been his focus, and it'll be interesting to see if he can put this to bed and move on.
Yeah, Fenris has proven to be a force in Power Pro Lucha, and so I know it's kind of stereotypical, but the immovable object versus the unstoppable force coming together, yes. Like this will be a natural disaster when these two get in the ring.
Indeed.
And it'll only be fueled by the desire to tear each other apart.
Yeah, and it's interesting too, because we haven't really seen much of Fenris. In fact, we've only seen Fenris in one singles match, and that was all the way back at Powerbomb in season 1, where he defeated Murloc. But we have not really seen Fenris, so we don't know what we're getting here.
Well, I mean, we're kind of familiar with Fenris.
Well, let's not listen. I mean, this is a whole different animal. Let's put it that way.
Sure, that's true.
We're looking at a whole different animal here. So either way, this one is going to be worth the price of admission. Calyx finally getting his shot at Fenris. All right, let's move on to our next match, which, by the way, interestingly enough, and I don't know if you know this or not. Ben just found out about this as well, but we are sponsoring the next match. It is the Carry My Bags match, and this has been this is stemming from some interactions between Avery Good and Julesy, where Avery Good, again, trying to make Julesy quote unquote carry his bag as a younger wrestler, and Avery being in his mind a legend. And so the loser will carry the winner's bags for the entire weekend of Attack on Trios, which, I mean, here we go. Avery Good stepping out of retirement once again. We've only seen him step out a few times. We've seen him at 2 different Steel Stacks shows, and then this past January, obviously, stepping in for the Jaka tribute show, a very important show to a lot of wrestlers. So obviously a great show to make an appearance at. But Avery has not been on the winning end of many of these endeavors that he's had since officially retiring.
It's very true, but as you pointed out before, Avery is in great shape. He's managed to like stay pretty fit, in his retirement. He hasn't let
Sure.
anything slip. And
Mm-hmm.
his mind is as strong as ever as he's been guiding the state champs, you
Indeed.
know, to varying degrees of success.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said also, being in ring shape isn't the same thing as being in shape.
Indeed.
So, I'm not one to doubt Avery Good,
Not me
but
either.
I'm just saying he may be at a slight disadvantage to someone like Julesy, who is on the road every weekend,
Mm-hmm.
multiple shows per weekend sometimes. He's young, he's
Yes.
hungry, he's getting at it. He's everywhere right now. Julesy is
Indeed.
appearing in promotions left and right, and the crowd is loving him no matter where he goes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants some of that sticker action from the Denim Dolphin.
Absolutely. He's, again, as you said, he's putting in the work, he's grinding, he's doing everything that he needs to do. It's interesting when you look at Julesy in Power Pro Lucha, because Julesy has yet to win a match in Power Pro Lucha. But the interesting thing about it is that every single match that he's been in, he has been the talk of the match after the match. Even without winning the match, he has looked so impressive that people are just constantly talking about him.
Absolutely. And he's so charismatic and electric, and it's so easy for people to get behind him, my friend took his young kid to a wrestling show that Julesy was wrestling on, and the kid was enamored with Julesy, even without knowing anything about him. Just his aura, attracts people. But, to play devil's advocate also, in Power Pro Lucha, to prove that you can wrestle with the best of them, you need to rack up some wins. You
Indeed.
can't get by on your charisma alone.
No, you certainly cannot. And, the competition is only getting tougher and tougher in Power Pro Lucha as more people come in, more people want to be involved in Power Pro Lucha. I will leave you with this thought. The last time that Avery Good stepped up against a youngster and really kind of took him to task, he lost his mask to Weber. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not one, as you said, to doubt Avery Good, but I think that I think he's underestimating Julesy a little bit.
Absolutely, just like he underestimated Weber. I mean,
Indeed.
I was there in Chicago at the Logan Square Auditorium for that match, and you could tell that Avery was like, "This is an easy day at the office."
Sure,
it wasn't then. Me. Yeah, it wasn't easy then. It's not going to be easy now. Hopefully, Avery doesn't let his ego get the better of him, because he is a veteran, whether he's a legend or not. He's been doing this a long time, and he knows better. Don't underestimate the Denim Dolphin.
Absolutely. This one's going to be that I think, and I'm just throwing this out there, I think this match could steal the show. I'm just saying. All right. Well, moving on from singles action, we have a massive Atomicos match coming up. It is the return of All-Star Atomicos 2, and this one, I mean, the talent assembled here. Obviously, we have Andy Brown and Unicorn Party joining up with Ultimo Ant and Electro Ant, who we have not seen in quite some time, making little appearances here and there, but we really haven't seen much of Electro Ant, and they are taking on the impressive team of Delirious and the newly named Eris, representing the Spectral Envoy. They're teaming with Devante's. That's a scary thought alone there. And the most interesting part of this team, in my estimation, Poison Hawk is a part of this All-Star Atomicos match. Definitely quite a group of all-stars here. Some interesting combinations thrown together.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when it comes to Devontae's, like he's gonna bring it no matter what match he's in, no
Indeed.
matter who's on his team, no matter what's at stake.
Mm-hmm.
That man is a beast. Hoss of all hosses, not just a nickname. He
Indeed.
proves it every time he gets in the ring. But
well, and that fatal 4-way that we talked about in the Trials of Calix, I mean, he was just incredible feats of strength in that match. Some scary stuff.
absolutely. But who else is capable of some scary feats of strength? Andy Brown. Thick
Indeed.
Daddy can bring it as well. So I mean, that's a good matchup right there. Seeing the two of them mix it up, that's going to be cool. But then Unicorn Party is kind of a wild card,
Indeed.
just as Delirious is.
Yes.
And then Poison Hawk, we've seen him go toe to toe with some ants and some birds and some animals here and there.
Sure.
So I don't think that he's going to be afraid to mix it up with some ants again. But just like you mentioned with Fenris, Eris, we know, but do
Indeed.
we know?
Yes.
Because we see Sloane Jacobs on Evolve every week. We see her around the indies. We've seen her at Power Pro Lucha. But now in this new form, what is she capable
of? We got just a little bit of a taste of it when she technically debuted at Bizarre Adventure as the mystery partner. So we got a little bit there, but we really, again, as you said, we really don't know what we're getting out of Eris. We know what to expect from Delirious, but we've only seen Delirious in one matchup here in Power Pro Lucha, a winning match with the Spectral Envoy at Anniversario Crystal Clear Destiny. So again, Delirious has been around, but really hasn't been mixing it up too much with the Power Pro Lucha roster. But of all the people on this team, Poison Hawk seems to be the wild card to me, because I don't quite know what Poison Hawk's motives are since getting rid of Razorhawk and at World of Ruin. We don't know what happened to Razor, taking Danger's mask, putting Thunder on the shelf. He did exactly what he set out to do, but we know that using the Continuum Transfunctioner at World of Ruin has now tethered him to this plane of reality, whatever that means. And so since that match, he has not had a victory, including a disqualification loss to Ultimo Ant. So I don't know what his motives are, and that's what concerns me, I think, most about this match, is that we don't know what's going on in the mind of Poison Hawk. And we even did a whole interview with him, and I still really don't know what's going on in the mind of Poison Hawk.
Yeah, his mystery is only exceeded by his power, just like the Continuum Transfunctioner. So it'll be interesting to see if we learn anything about Poison Hawk's motives during this match.
Indeed.
But at the same time, I'm sure he's got some bigger things on his mind with these four formidable opponents standing across the ring from him.
I would think so. And I will leave you with this thought, and this is kind of where I'm at with this match. You look at the team with Delirious, Eris, Poison Hawk, and Devontae's all accomplished singles wrestlers, and they're going up against two veteran tag teams, two teams that know each other very well, are used to tagging together, tagging with others. So that could make all the difference.
Absolutely. It would be one thing if Delirious was with his other Spectral Envoy partners, but Eris is brand new to the group. To my knowledge, they've never teamed up before, so we'll see how the language barrier will affect, and by language, not just like speech, but also in ring language. How well will all that mesh together?
Absolutely. Well, just remember that we have our big announcement coming up at the end of the episode, so definitely stick around for that. But we're gonna get into our next match, which, again, we're going from teams of 4 to teams of 2, but we've got the same amount of competitors. This is a big one.
This is
It's
a
the
big one.
four-corner tag team match. The outfielders, Ryan Mooney and Travis Huckabee of F.I.S.T, Eel O'Neill and Jordan Blade of the Kings of the District, and making their Power Pro Lucha debut, Aiden Agro and Daphne DeVille of MSP. All right. Well, this one, I don't even know where to begin with this one because there's just so much going on in this match.
Absolutely. I mean, whenever you see the outfielders, you know that they're going to put in 110%. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
try their best and they're going to have fun while doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And naturally, Fist will be there to try to squash that fun. But the unknowns in this match,
Mm-hmm.
we don't really know much about MSP
Mm-hmm.
and Kings of the District. They're all over the place on the indies. Racking up wins, getting some reps in. They're a battle tested unit.
Mm-hmm.
So what will they bring to the world of Power Pro Lucha as a duo?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. MSP, what we know of them is that they are based up in Maine. They do a lot of wrestling for Limitless Wrestling, and they've had some big wins up there, but they've come on either trios or Atomico's teams, and so we don't. I mean, we have no idea what we're going to be getting from them. We have no idea what we're going to see, but we do know what we're seeing from teams like Fist and the outfielders. Now they are very experienced here in Power Pro Lucha. And the outfielders, for example, this season so far, they had a big loss at the beginning of the year to the hands of fate. But man, did they come back in a big way at Bizarre Adventure, defeating Frightmare and Hallowicked, albeit Hallowicked under the weather with his birthday cake allergy that kind of put him on the shelf. But listen, I don't care if it's birthday cake. I don't care if it's red velvet cake. I don't care if it's cheesecake. If you pick up a win over Frightmare and Hallowicked, however you do that, you big props to you. You got street cred picking up a win against a veteran, seasoned team like that.
Absolutely. A win's a win in the record books, no matter what else came with that win. And the outfielders got that win. And, they have overcome so much as a team. They will continue to do so. This is a pretty huge obstacle for them. But, I just like I said about Avery Good, I'm not gonna bet against the outfielders, no matter how much Fist would like us to.
Sure, and we don't know how much the underhanded tactics of Fist are going to play into this. Whether they'll be able to pull off some of their usual shenanigans, or if one of the other teams will be enough to thwart them. But again, this match, I think, out of any of the matches on the show, has the most potential, simply because we know partly what we're getting and we partly don't know what we're getting. So there's a lot of potential. The Kings of the District and MSP are really looking to show up and show out, make a name for themselves in Power Pro Lucha. So it'll be interesting to see what these teams are willing to do to pick up the big win.
The other thing that may change the face of this match
Mm-hmm.
is the rules that Power Pro Lucha will be employing for the Four Corners match, because you've seen matches of this type where it's just 1-on-1 in the ring and they have to
Mm-hmm.
tag out to anyone.
Sure.
You've also seen a variation of this match where it's one person from each team
Sure.
represented in the ring. So depending on which way this match is set up from a rules perspective, that could greatly change the outcome.
Sure.
But no matter which way it goes, this match is surely going to be chaos.
Indeed, and for these four teams, they're definitely going to want to have a good showing and picking up a win here, heading into the road to Attack on Trios. Anything is possible at this point. There's still a lot of open spots yet. And speaking of open spots available, that is going to bring us to our next match, which this one is a lot on stake here, maybe more than any other match. This is the Attack on Trios qualifier match, a very interesting set of rules here for the winners. The winners will get entrance into the Attack on Trios, but they have to find themselves a partner. Now we have the state champs who are looking for redemption in the eyes of Avery Good against the newly named Senior Tiramisu and Common MK, the sweet wrestling anime gods, calling themselves Swag, interestingly enough. I mean, it's craziness, but when you look at a team like Common MK and Tiramisu, I don't understand how they're making it work. Going from where they came from to where they are now, tagging together, and I mean, they have had some impressive wins heading into this match.
Each win is more impressive than the last because you just can't believe that they're getting along so well. But when you're getting the results that they're getting, you gotta start to appreciate your partner at some point, right?
Oh, sure. And I think the former Jet Jagori is probably smart enough to know that, hey, if this thing's working and we're winning, like, I'm going to put differences aside. He's smart enough to know, like, when you're winning, you roll with it.
Yeah, and typically I wouldn't give Jet Jagori that much credit, but I'm forced to based on the results.
Absolutely. Now, on the other side, here's an interesting fact that I discovered when looking at the Power Pro Lucha record books. In the history of Power Pro Lucha, we have only seen the state champs in one other one-on-one tag team match.
Really?
Yes, and it came at World of Ruin last year in November, a loss to, and again, no shame in this loss, a loss to Crummels and Defarge. That's no shame there, because that is when you're talking about seasoned veteran tag teams, I mean, you got to put them right up there at the top of the list.
Definitely. Yeah, that was a tough loss for the state champs, but not one they should be ashamed of, for sure.
No, certainly not.
That's such an interesting statistic that I didn't even consider, because the state champs have proven to be a formidable unit on their own. But I didn't realize that that was part of the stats. That's so interesting.
Yeah, and of course, they're trying to make their way back into the good graces of Avery Good. Obviously, Sal as of late has not had luck on his side, so to speak, and the state champs, they seem like they were in a really good place as a team, and with their association with Avery Good, and we had a little bit of doubt thrown in there. Some people saying, is Sal the weak link here? And they, of course, denying that everything's good. We're, they're pressing on, but you gotta imagine that that's weighing on their mind at some point. It's in the back of their head.
Definitely. And, just like Julesy, the state champs have been grinding outside of Power Pro Lucha as well.
Indeed.
So they're putting in work, on their own. But, coming back to Power Pro Lucha and, acting as a unit, we'll see how that extracurricular training will help or hurt them.
Indeed. All right. Well, as we said, the winners of this match will receive a spot in Attack on Trios, and they will need to find themselves a partner to complete their team. But while we're at it, let's talk a little bit about Attack on Trios, because we've had some announcements so far. Of course, the very first team to be announced, Skida, Latigo, and Toxin of Mala Fama. Then we got an interesting announcement of Kevin Koo and Dominic Garini teaming with Eric Stevens to form Violence is Forever. Now, that's not exactly where we are right now, is it, Ben?
It is not, because unfortunately, well, I mean, maybe fortunately in his case, but Eric Stevens has decided to hang up the boots.
Mm-hmm.
He's decided to call it a career, and he's been a tough competitor throughout his career, and he would have made an excellent addition to Violence is Forever. However, the replacement that they've gotten for Violence is Forever, oh man.
You could not find, I mean, you want to talk about like, top draft picks. Like this guy is high on everyone's list all the time.
Absolutely. And this is the octopus, Jonathan Gresham. And now, together with Violence is Forever, they are modern age violence. And that could not be a better name for something that Gresham is involved in right now. I mean, he was in Tournament of Survival.
Mm-hmm.
He proved that he's not only an excellent technical wrestler, but he can get hardcore when he needs to. He's not afraid of violence, and that's something that that Kevin and Dominic are very, very familiar with as well. So these three should be the ones to watch on the field as of now, I think.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited about the next team that was announced. This one's going to be really interesting. Team Lodestone. We get to see Amira and Gabby Forza again, this time teaming with Janai Kai.
Absolutely. And, Lodestone has been a great resource for women's wrestlers across the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Much thanks to Bailey for being so generous with her time and resources to helping the next generation. And I can't think of any better representation of the next generation than these three right here. So they will be, representing Lodestone. They'll be representing Bailey. They'll be representing some of the best wrestlers, not just female wrestlers, best wrestlers on the scene right now.
Absolutely. Well, our next team that was announced, no surprise here. It is the runners up of last year's tournament. They have, again, tried to get a hold of the Triple Tech championships, and they have been unsuccessful. But the Spectral Envoy is returning for one more go around, and they're looking to, I guess, avenge quite a few of the losses they've had. And they really felt that this was, it was their time. They really felt that this the return of trios was exactly what they needed.
Yeah, when you think of King of Trios, it's hard to find another team that defined the history of that event more than the Spectral Envoy. So for them to come up short last time, I'm sure left them very disappointed. And as we've seen since, they've been running wild on Power Pro Lucha to prove their dominance. And it's whoever they end up facing in the tournament better watch out. But on the other hand, there is a ton of tape to watch on the Spectral Envoy and their tactics and their strategies. So, while they may be wily veterans, they probably may be the team that most people can prepare for.
Absolutely. Well, our next team we know very well, and of course, no surprise, returning for a second year, trying to become back-to-back Triple Tech champions, trying to win the tournament 2 years in a row. It is GummiBurger.
Yeah, this team has proven throughout all of Power Pro Lucha that they've got what it takes. We've seen some instances where the team hasn't been complete over the past few events, but when they are all together, they are a powerful unit. And they, I'm sure will be looking to capture another victory. It's you know Cheeseburger is very well known throughout the scene as being determined to overcome all the odds, and I feel like Erica Lee and Bohr, they have adapted that attitude as well. So no matter who they end up facing in the tournament, I think it's going to be a great match, especially as the defending champion. They there's no champion's advantage here or anything because the tournament
Sure.
can be grueling, but I think they're more than up to the challenge.
And this is something we'll be talking about when we get to the main event of the show. But Erica Lee has been kind of missing to a point most recently. So how will that affect this team going into trios?
Yeah, definitely. That's something that could be the X factor in all of this, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I think under the guidance of Cheeseburger, his two younger cohorts are sure to get on the ball, I think.
Indeed. And then, of course, the most recent team to be announced, and I don't know if this is just doubling down or what's going on here, but most recently announced, the Hands of Fate are teaming together to enter the Attack on Trios, and we've seen them. We saw Eris debut at Bizarre Adventure, and now we'll get to see her teaming with her Hands of Fate brethren. I guess we shouldn't be surprised by this, but we also should be surprised by this because I'm not sure. What if it comes down to the Hands of Fate and Spectral Envoy?
Well,
it's possible we could see that.
That's true. But something tells me that if it does come down to that, the Hands of Fate will have no problem bending the knee.
That remains to be seen. We have not seen a single crack of dissension in the Spectral Envoy's armor since Power Pro Lucha has come to existence. So we don't know. We've never seen them pitted against each other. So if that were to happen, that would be a very, very interesting occurrence.
And I will say that the one thing that could jeopardize the Hands of Fate's chances at winning this tournament could be if Matt Mako actually breaks through the barrier set up by Naz Muldoon. I mean, Joey Janela tried to break that a little bit during their match, but ultimately was unsuccessful. So could someone else break through to Matt Mako and bring him back out of this vessel?
Well, it's possible, but there's a reason they say all glory Naz Muldoon. Naz Muldoon is has quite the effect on people, let's just say. All right, well, that's going to Hello? Are we there?
Yes.
Hey, all right. Well, we lost me for a minute.
Oh, lost him again.
There we go. We're back.
Okay.
All right. So Matt DeMorist, our first announced participant in the Ace of the Skies ladder match, and it'll be interesting to see what he brings to the ladder match environment.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not super familiar with his work, but being young and hungry and in a ladder match
Mhm.
has typically produced some excellent results. So I'm excited to see what Matt can bring out in this match.
Absolutely, and as I said when nobody could hear me, I'm excited about our next opponent, or an entrant into the Ace of the Skies ladder match, Don Freeze, who
Yes.
if you have not had the pleasure of experiencing a Don Freeze match, you gotta see this guy. And nothing against Matt DeMorest, but Don Freeze is an anomaly. Don Freeze is a iceberg unto his own. I mean, he is a polar bear of a different breed.
Yeah, he's real chill outside the ring, but when that bell rings, he's stone cold.
I like it. Yeah, absolutely. And again, this ladder match environment, it is interesting in a lot of ways because the danger of it, but also you're on the grandest stage that Power Pro Lucha has, and you are again looking to show up and show out in a big way, because if you again perform well in the Ace of the Skies ladder match, who knows what could happen. I mean, let's say you win the thing, that you're cementing your place here in Power Pro Lucha.
Absolutely. I mean, it's done wonders for Weber Hatfield, who is the previous winner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, uh, Not only for his career but for his confidence. You know,
Indeed.
we do know Weber primarily as a tag team specialist, but
Mm-hmm.
he can certainly hold his own in singles competition as well. And I'm sure winning Ace of the Skies only propelled him further into that mindset.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to be an incredible match either way, and we've got many more participants to be announced. We've got many more teams to be announced, but you are running out of time to get your tickets. If you have not
Yes.
gotten them yet, you are running out of time. All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our main event match, which we are super excited for. It is the Triple Tech Championship. Again, we are seeing GummiBurger defending against the Spectral Envoy. This time, it is a last trios standing match.
Man, this is going to be tough on both. I do not know who will have the advantage here because obviously the Spectral Envoy is ruthless, but
Yes.
Gummy Burger is not going to back down from any sort of challenge.
No. And I mean, we saw the Philly street fight.
Mhm.
Erica Lee unfortunately missing that one, or maybe fortunately, because that was a brutal banger of a match. And now here we are. There's just, I guess, there's no other way to settle this except last trio standing.
Yeah, and the Spectral Envoy have a vast playbook with many volumes
Mm.
of dirty, underhanded tricks
Mm-hmm.
that they could utilize in this match. That may not be something that Cheeseburger teaches at his dojo. So who knows if they'll be prepared for some of the antics that the
Mm-hmm.
Spectral Envoy could bring here. But that's also not to say that Gummy Burger's at a disadvantage. I mean, Boar hits really hard, and that makes a
Yeah.
big difference.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I feel like Gummy Burger better find themselves some friends pretty quickly, because if you look at the Spectral Envoy, man, their roster is sitting 7 deep at the moment.
Hmm.
And anything, as you said, anything could happen. So I feel like Gummy Burger is going to need to find some backup to keep an eye out for them.
And that's only the roster that we know about. I mean, there are other members that have not been identified. There are various minions that they can call upon at any moment.
That is
Like
correct.
you never know who's going to be coming out on behalf of Nazem Al-Dun.
There are some names we have yet to see appear, and who knows. But yeah, you're kind of, it's a guessing game. You never know what you're going to get with the Spectral Envoy, as you said. The playbook's deep, but again, this is world famous Cheeseburger we're talking about, and I don't think that there is a dirty or underhanded trick that he has not seen and has not had the chance to thwart. So
That's
I'm sure
true.
he is preparing Erica and the Boar for such things.
I guess that's a very good point, because as honorable as Cheeseburger is, he has come across a fair amount of dishonor in his career. So
Indeed.
he should know how to combat that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, this is just quite possibly, this could be the final chapter in this story. This could just be the next chapter in this story. It's interesting that we're getting this here right as we're about to hit the road to attack on trios. So this will be an interesting final stop for both of these teams.
Yeah, because obviously you want to have as much momentum as possible going into the trios tournament. And for either one of these teams to have a huge loss like this weighing on them may affect their performance in the tournament. So, it wouldn't look great for the reigning champs to go in with an L, but also
No.
for the veteran Spectral Envoy, who have been, on the losing end more so than the winning end against this team. It would hurt either team very much to lose.
Yeah, I think it's again, we've seen so much from these two teams, and I'm just going to throw this out there, and this is something that I have been saying for quite some time, and we don't know when the other shoe is going to drop. But Erica Lee has gone through the door to Nazmal Dune, and we have not seen the effects of that. Obviously, they have been. We don't know what happened when she was kidnapped by the Spectral Envoy before Boar got her back, and there's a lot at play there that I think we're not getting the whole story yet.
That's
so
true.
It'll be interesting to see if that is a factor in any of this heading into the road to attack on trios.
Definitely.
All right. Well, it is now time for us to make our big announcement. Now, before we get to the announcement, I have to say, I have been saying this on social media. This is the biggest announcement that this show has ever made to this point. We are about 3.5 years, well, a little over 3 years deep into doing this show. And, we've had some big opportunities, not to say that we haven't. We've had Mr. Anderson on for our 50th. We had, just a number of really, really big name independent personalities. We had Matt Hardy on our show accidentally one time, which was insane when we had John Alba on for our, I believe that was our 1 year anniversary. We got the opportunity to attend a taping of the Matt Hardy podcast, The Life of Matt Hardy, and I got to ask a question. Like, we have done some really big things, but this, I believe, and I don't think I'm wrong in saying this, but I think this is the biggest thing up to this point that we are going to do. So let's, without further ado, let's get to the announcement. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. At PowerCon, the Opinion City podcast will be doing an episode from the middle of the ring, and our guests for that show will be the Spectral Envoy. I can't, I'm getting goosebumps saying it. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. And we were talking about this off the air, but Ultramanus, Hallowicked, Frightmare. They are not ones that are known for doing interviews, first off. But I do believe that this is the first time that the three of them will be doing an interview together ever, period.
Yeah, to my knowledge, that's true as far as I know. So it's so exciting that that Power Pro Lucha has granted us the opportunity to present this for the wrestling world.
Yes. So if you are at PowerCon, which if you've got all 3 nights of Attack on Trios tickets, you are granted entrance into PowerCon. For those that are not attending all 3 nights, tickets are available for PowerCon, but you will get to see our interview with the Spectral Envoy. And as we just mentioned, the Spectral Envoy is sitting 7 deep right now, and you just never know what could happen. You never know who could show up. It's going to be a wild and crazy interview as we go 2-on-3 with the Spectral Envoy. I am so excited for this interview. And again, we have to thank Power Pro Lucha for giving us the opportunity to do this, to allow us to do this at PowerCon. I can tell you that we wanted to do this at another event, and Power Pro Lucha said, this is big enough. It needs to be Attack on Trios weekend. It would be much better at PowerCon. And so just everyone at Power Pro Lucha, we are so thankful that they will be that they have given us the opportunity to do this. Of course, we are grateful that the Spectral Envoy is going to grant us this amazing interview. There's just so many pieces that are coming together to make this happen, and it is a special moment. Anybody who knows me, anybody who knows my Chikara fandom knows I am possibly the biggest Spectral Envoy fan out there. I am just all about the Envoy. I'm all about the lore, the mystique, the stories, and we are going to do our best to get it all from them, to get as much great information from them as we can. We will be giving them the hard-hitting questions, and it's just, again, the fact that they've never done this before and that they are granting us this moment makes everything so much more special, not just for me, but I'm hoping for the fans as well, the fans of Power Pro Lucha, the fans of the podcast. We're doing this again, not just for us, but this is for the fans as well. Getting the opportunity to see the Spectral Envoy interviewed live.
Yeah, and for all we know, this could be a long con for the Spectral Envoy to end the Opinion City podcast. Who knows?
Listen, you're about to get fired, but listen, don't say stuff like that. Don't think that into existence. But we're super excited for this. Again, we're doing this for the fans, and let's hope that what you just said is not true, because that would crush my spirits and my podcast. So, oh boy. But
they might just crush Parmesan and leave it at that.
Well, listen, if it happens, it happens, I guess. I don't know. I'm not taking any of them on. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't expect me to step in and try and stop shenanigans. But this will be taped for a future episode of the Opinion City podcast. So if you're at PowerCon, though, you get to see it live and in person. Yes. Everyone else will get the opportunity at some point down the road to see this amazing interview on the Opinion City podcast.
Absolutely, you will not want to miss it.
You will not. This is going to be a big one. But before we get there, we've got Angel of Chaos, and all the action is coming to you from the Arlen Specter U.S. Squash Center. Power Pro Lucha makes their return Saturday, July 26th, Doors open at 5:15 with a 6 p.m. bell time. This is a great Sunday night show. Great way to end your weekend. Make sure you get your tickets now. Again, front row sold out. 2 through 5, very limited seating left. You do not want to miss out on all the action that we talked about tonight because, man, this is a stacked card. I said it at the beginning. I'm saying it again. There is, I honestly think that this is the most, with the exception of trios, this is the most stacked card that we have seen from Power Pro Lucha, where every match has such important implications for the participants.
Absolutely. You know, the Power Pro Lucha is a show that I recommend that no one miss ever. But
Indeed.
If there were one show that you don't want to miss up to this point, it's definitely this one. Yes. You can be there in person. You can watch on IWTV. No matter
Indeed.
how you watch this show, you need to get eyes on it. But if you're there at the Arlen Specter Squash Center, it's unlike any other wrestling venue I've ever been to.
Oh, it's amazing.
The room is electric. Let me tell you. And I've been all over the place, friends.
Yes.
You know, I've been to a ton of different venues. But this one holds a special place in my heart because Power Pro Lucha brings it every time. So don't miss out.
No, definitely do not miss out. Get those tickets while you can now. And if you cannot physically be there, be it distance or whatever have you, definitely head over to independentwrestling.tv. Put down that $10. Get yourself a membership. Not only do you get to see Angel of Chaos live, you can catch up on all the Power Pro Lucha shows on demand. You'll get to see all 3 nights of Attack on Trios live from the comfort of your living room. And if you're going to Attack on Trios on Monday, you watch them all over again, because I know that's what I'm going to do. But not only that, you get hundreds of promotions, thousands of hours of content. I mean, this is $10 that could not be better spent. It's actually a better value than the WWE Network when it was $9.99.
I mean, yeah. Definitely better than an ESPN subscription right now.
Absolutely. You cannot lose. So again, get your tickets or join us on IWTV as Power Pro Lucha presents Angel of Chaos. It's the last stop before Attack on Trios. And man, just a ton of matches that you simply cannot miss. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us here at Angel of Chaos, the road to Angel of Chaos. It has been, oddly enough, about an hour's worth of chaos. There have been technical issues at times, but we made it through. We are here, still standing, and we will see you at Angel of Chaos. So for Ben F. Silverio, I am King Ralph. And remember, kindness is free, so be kind to each other. God bless each and every one of you. And we will see you July 26th in Philadelphia for Angel of Chaos.